Actually, before I start this video, I was planning on making the exact same style of video on the first game in time for its birthday, but I couldn't find a way to finish it in time and make it good enough, so I decided to make a video on the second game, which I found to be easier, and made the last Apex video instead. I just realized they share the same weekend birthday, so I just ruined my plan. Anyway, a game released on February 23rd, 2016. A game I fucking loved playing. From the minute it was announced to this very day, as I just actually bought it and owned it for the first time. I hope that doesn't ruin my credibility. This game is a sequel to the first game, aforementioned, releasing on February 25th, 2014 on the Xbox 360, then released 4 months later for PC, and a month after that on PlayStation, making it an actually good Xbox exclusive for the time that it was. And that game was based off of the tower-based defense puzzle game released on May 5th, 2009, that actually won multiple awards. And that game was based off of Bookworms Deluxe, the original PopCap puzzle game. Why did I put that? Who fucking wrote that? This game undoubtedly takes my top favorite game that I've ever played, and I'm not sure why, but it's just so fun. There never feels like there's any downtime, and it's probably nostalgia, but every bit playing it just feels so worthful. Grind for stars, worthful. Grind coins for coins. Who the fuck? Who wrote this script? There's so much stuff squeezed into every square bit of the game, from the multiplayer and the backyard combined. But playing in the backyard holds possibly more satisfying secrets, which is probably just me and my nostalgia again, but here's some examples. There are 54 golden gnomes hidden across the entire game. These little fuckers can be found in vases, in sewer gates found in ancient Egypt, where water irrigation was still quite primitive to what it is today, promoting suicide because that's the only way to access it, and 51 other unique spots. All jokes aside, these things are really hidden well, and not only take time, but are really hard to find. They do actually reward people who really observe the map close up and dig far into it. Every single map has just so much detail too. There's never any one spot that's just there and empty. After you find all of them, you can open up 3 chests that give a shit ton of coins and 2 backyard decorations. But that's just the surface. If you explore further and are curious enough, going into the shooting range and entering a single room reveals some wood planks against the wall. Shoot them and you'll reveal a chest and some weird braille-looking markings. Looking out at the sky at nighttime at the center of the backyard shows you that these are actually constellations. One thing leads to another, and you learn that there's a password of watering can, flamingo, rain boots, and picket fence. But you think to yourself, what could that all mean? Then you go back into the room, realize if you turn around there's a button on the top, and it opens up an entire new room behind you. With a lock, you can use this previously random password of sorts to get 500,000 plus coins, a weird hat that hurts your eyes to use because game developers love making things like that, and a ton of more stuff. Another example is the ribbon hat. Seems like a cool customization, right? But to get it, you have to talk to this dude at his house, then activate multiple fish around the backyard in the right order to unlock a chest with it inside. There isn't really any sign to the correct order to do it, but it rewards you for being observative, or that you looked it up like a loser. The game is also very bright and colorful if you haven't noticed already. There are colors everywhere, and the color palettes of areas or characters can really be anything. Look at those colors: brown, orange, bright vibrant green, and for the zombies, brown, gray, the dark occasional orange, and purple. Lots of purple. They help convey the tone of the area, being bright and positive for the plant side, and dark and gloomy, although not completely dead for the zombie side. Look here. Now look here. Which would be more fun to be in? Another thing this game excels in is character. The characters it shows, the story it tells, although incredibly shallow. The small cutscenes it shows during secrets or missions. You're not playing as US military dude number 47 dressed in camo with a gun. You're playing as a questionably sentient plant, that weaponizes P's in multiple elemental ways. The game is goofy, and it fucking knows it. The entire Plants vs. Zombies franchise was supposed to be goofy, starting with the first game I played on my Nintendo DS. And with its self-awareness, it actually makes it subtle and enjoyable, not openly stupid and boring after a few hours of fucking around, just to realize you can't refund it. The game has far more meat on its bones than the first one. You not only get the original multiplayer, which is possibly improved by 4 times, with more maps, new modes, where both sides can attack and defend whatever they wish, and more. Garden Ops now has Graveyard Ops, with zombies defending a tombstone from plants in an identical style to the original game mode, but with the ability to use zombie characters' abilities and sets. Just, mwah, beautiful. And the backyard. Ooh, the backyard, it's beautiful. I mentioned earlier the secrets you can find in the backyard, but what about the gameplay? There's so much to do in the backyard, holy man. It's amazing. I've been able to sink tons of hours into all of it, and I'm still not done. You can go to the center and defend the flag from waves of enemies. There are little missions scattered around with small chores or larger ones you can do for some quick money. The Bullseye Boat Blast minigame gives you a high score to work towards, playing as a cactus and shooting as many gnomes as you can in a certain amount of time. And then there's the missions. There are actually single-player missions you can do, not only to get some coins to put towards stickers, but to get badges and unlock the Infinity Mode. Fighting in another dimension against gnomes. Try to get enough time shards dropped by enemies you kill, and you can open a chest with rare items. After the free entrance for the mission, me and 2 friends played the game for the first time, which may I add is pay to enter. And after 50,000 time shards, my game crashed hosting the game, and we all lost progress. All of it. And I'm still mad about that. Apparently there are over 100 playable characters. Wait, holy shit, is that real? Oh my lord, there are actually 117. Yeah, I went through and counted them all. There's the Pea Shooter, Commando P, Toxic P, Fire P, Ice P, Agent P, Law P, Plasma P, Rock P, Electro P, Sunflower, Fire Flower, Mystic Flower, Power Flower, Shadow Flower. Now, if you were able to hang on to all that, you would have noticed I only named 115 characters. That's because if you're able to unlock all 5, you'd be able to unlock the Trials of Nomus, where you would do 4 actually challenging trials in an effort to unlock 2 secret characters. The Torchwood on the plant side, and the Hovergoat 3000 on the zombie side. 2 characters locked away only to those with the dare and skill to challenge them, or someone with $10 sitting around. Now, not to say this game is perfect, because it isn't at all. It isn't really groundbreaking, and it is flawed. There are still bugs popping up sometimes, the servers aren't perfect. This is not a perfect game, and I may love it a lot, but it doesn't come close. But that does not mean it's bad. It's amazing, and for the $20 price, or the $30 if you want the deluxe version.
Popcat, please, if you're watching this, make a better
What are you doing in here?